Before Baba comes into the life of the being, being is one with the contents of its experience. When Baba comes, Baba separates the being, the self, completely, totally from the contents of the experience. It becomes very clear with Baba that the being that I am cannot be anything that can be touched. The being that I am cannot be anything that can be heard, cannot be anything that can be tasted, smelled, or thought, or felt. They're all just contents of my experience. But I, the being, like Baba, the knower of it all. I too start seeing my subtle presence. It's not subtle anymore for me. Because I can now separate myself from the mind-body persona. As I look more and more at Baba, I see how I was operating under the influence of all these sense perception experiences. I was operating as the thinking mind. Now I know with Baba, no thought can touch me. No experience can touch me. The pure essence that I am, complete, pure essence. Nothing can hook into me. Because I'm not living as an object. Of my experience anymore. There can be most intimate feelings of the mind-body persona. But the wise one, using the wisdom of God, knows I am the knower. Baba says, Master knowledgeful, the knower. Of even the most intimate feelings of the mind-body persona. They are known by me. But I'm not that. They are seen by me. But I'm not that. Baba keeps me completely protected by keeping me separate. From all these mind-body experiences. A child that he dotes upon, just the living light. And he dotes upon me. And the way he expresses his love without any body. He doesn't need the body to express his love. So I didn't need the body to feel his love, to know his love. When we say I don't need the body, means I don't need to feel it in the body to know his love. It's just a natural knowing in me, the being. That's why Baba calls it a birthright. From the moment I was born to him, that was my natural inheritance. And born to him means the moment I came out of the immersion of the mind, I realized it was always there. So whilst the immersive game continues, I stay untouched. Each time any thoughts come, I just redirect my attention to Baba and know my silent truth very clearly. That's like the birthday suit, silence of the soul. And more I redirect my attention, I the being, redirect my attention to Baba, away from thoughts, onto Baba, as though these layers of beliefs start to dissolve just by this simple attention. So if confused mind appears, what an opportunity for me, the being, to know that's an experience within me. So I redirect my attention from the confusion of the mind towards Baba. And I realize I am silent. It's just the attention of my light was lighting up some confusion in the mind. But I don't give it life because I redirect it towards Baba. And I see I'm bodiless. No subtle body, no gross body, just light. So silent. So then Maya mind thinks, maybe I'm ready for more. So then it sends its army of intimately feeling thoughts and emotions, feeling very intimate, because it thinks I'm ready for more. I gently be the same. Redirect on Baba. And Baba pulls me even closer, like so intimate with Baba. Silently. Just in the warmth of his embrace. My child who doesn't get deceived by anything. And soon the being can start seeing the imaginary nature of this dramatic mind. And soon what happens is reality feels like reality. Baba, nothing more real than Baba and I. And everything else is a fantastic show of thoughts and images. And sounds and colors and constant fantastical show going on the screen of the mind. But the being is so interested in Baba and the simplicity and the naturalness and the truth is so much more appealing. And show can go on, but the being stays cozy and warm in the lap of the truth of his father and mother. So silent, so still. Nothing ever changes. In this relationship, ever. Nothing to achieve, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Nothing can be added, nothing can be subtracted. So pure, so clean. Only my Baba can show me my true nature. So every time, if my attention wanders towards the fantastical show on the screen of the mind, Baba gently turns my attention back to himself. My silent self. Shanti. Shanti. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti. I'll just read Om Shanti. We just read this passage which was left in our Murli from 27:382. It was in order to remain safe from the shadow of Maya, remain under the canopy of protection. Yeah? And in that, Baba has said, do you constantly experience the canopy of protection of the Father's remembrance over you? Do you have the canopy of protection of remembrance? You don't come out from under this canopy of protection, do you? When you constantly remain under the canopy of protection, you remain safe from the obstacles of all types of Maya. No shadow of any type of Maya can then fall on you. Then the five vices, instead of being your enemies, will become your servants. For instance, you have seen the picture of Vishnu, how the snake becomes a bed, and the snake also becomes a canopy of protection. That symbolizes being victorious. That's the symbol of victory, actually. So whose portrait is that? It is a portrait of all of you, is it not? Whatever enemy you conquer, that one becomes your servant. It's very important, huh? Whatever you conquer, it doesn't disappear, it becomes your servant. Which means, how do you conquer? So whose portrait is that? How do you conquer? Baba is saying it's your servant, it's not your enemy. So how do you conquer it?
By being under the shadow of God, Baba.
By being under the canopy of Baba, yes, which means what?
When you learn to disassociate and it no longer impacts you.
You learn to disassociate, very good, and it no longer impacts you, yes. Who was
By
that?
remembrance and company of Baba throughout the
Om
By
Shanti Didi.
remembrance.
Shikha.
Shikha, okay.
By knowing who am I am, that's all. Then
Yeah,
automatically Baba will remember and everything merge.
very good, very good. By just knowing who I am, and after that, everything is just... See, it's very important to recognize Maya. Do we recognize it? Yeah, because if we recognize it, that is where it is defeated. Its victory is only as long as I don't recognize it. Yeah, so if I'm recognizing it, it has no power over me. It has no power. So what are the forms you're recognizing? In meditation, we gave the hint, anything that you touch, anything that you, the being, can see, anything that you, the being, can know is not you. Yeah? So with the eyes, I can see the physical objects. And with the being that I am, from my silence, I can know the subtle objects of the mind. So anything that I can see and I can know cannot be me. Why it cannot be you?
They are all temporary also, because
They're
they
all
are short term. We are knowing of all the things, na, bariki se, and they are all going. Well, it is coming and going. Story just
Yeah.
the ingredient.
Yeah.
Nothing can involve me at all.
Yeah.
I'm with Baba. They are giving me more and more signal to live with Baba.
Yeah.
As much recognize them, na, only.
Very good. They're all like pointing everything that is seen and that is known is nothing, because why it cannot be me? Because they cannot exist without me. Yeah. They owe their life, they owe their existence because of who I am. Yeah. That is why they cannot be me. True? Because quite a few, I would say two souls, not quite a few, but two souls who have asked this one, how do you differentiate if it is God's mind or if it is Maya mind? How do you do that? Do you really need to even do that? First question.
Exactly, Didi. I was just about to say I don't do anything. Whenever there is a confusion where I have to really decide or recognize, I will not do anything. If it
Absolutely.
is really pushing me to do this is my mind. If it is really insisting me, no, you do this, you say this, then definitely, because I don't think so. The truth needs, so I think that itself is, that everything happens on its own without interference of.
Exactly, exactly. Because this is also a habit of controlling of the mind. I need to know which one is the ego mind and which one is God's mind. I need to know it. This need to decipher is itself this desire to control.
Sister, even the sentence we spoke, na, I need, I am a soul.
Yeah,
I the second part is, well, it is of no use, na.
yeah, that is fine. There's no need to know.
We are using small I
Yeah,
at that time, na.
exactly. So what we do is either being just turned away from the thought. If it is confusion, I see this is an activity which is seen by me. Yeah. An activity of the mind that either being can see. I just turn towards Baba and I know my silence. And then I know whatever is needing to be done, whatever is needing to be accomplished in the drama for the drama's sake, it will come. The thought will naturally come. There's not effort in that. Just turn from the thinking mind towards Baba. He will tell you, he will guide you. He's there with us for every second. And wherever you think, okay, I don't understand it, just do whatever is the highest karma in that moment as per your understanding. Don't think too much.
Sister, this one had shared that thing, right? Is that true, right? Like Baba is also waiting for us. What
No,
we always say,
I would
no?
not say waiting. Baba is always there with us.
Yeah, I mean, this is what this one was trying. That Baba, मुरलियों में Baba mentioned it, right? कि मैं भी बच्चों के बिना नहीं रह सकता. This is the thinking or thought when this one read that.
Yeah.
What this was sharing this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Baba is always, even this moment, I and Baba are together. If you take the body away, if you take the thinking mind away, what is left is you. What is left is you. And it is you that is giving life to this experience of this body, mind persona. So that you is always there. So that you that is always there, then Baba is also always there with you. Hmm? So don't get trapped in minds think, oh, which mind is it and how do I know? And this is all still mind doing all that stuff. Just let it go. Do every action as per your best understanding in that moment with him. That's it. And things will automatically, little by little, you will see that more and more you will start moving from the subtlety of who you are. And you will start seeing how the subtle components of even the mind, which were previously, you were living as that, will start to wear off.
Sister, can I share one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Today, just half an hour before I, the soul, wearing this body, I decided I will the whole 1 hour or 1.5 hours keep totally silence, because I think the body behind this thing that he talks too much. The body will give chance to others. And so you ask the question, same way the body behind this cannot control and speak out. I don't, the soul does not know. And one thing more, I the soul don't need anyone else classes. As my 2 classes I listen, Kailash Didi, Nimit Soul and Shivani. Perfectly the class given by Rini sister as a body is perfectly applied. Otherwise, more and more confusion in the mind, because I the soul's thinking acha of the body. You clear that day yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It is also mind, body, mind is thinking. I personally mind
Yeah.
at that
Yeah.
moment thinking. Na? So,
Yeah.
according to I the soul cannot express, don't need any of the classes. This class, practically, if we follow or think carefully, it is more than more ocean we are getting.
Mm-hmm.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is just more like, to have different perspectives if anybody is interested in that. Does that make sense? That is all. If anybody is. I don't know, but if anybody is, okay. Mm-hmm. So that is why Baba is saying that symbolizes being victorious. So whose portrait is that? It is the portrait of you. Whatever you conquer, that one becomes your servant from being an enemy. So they're not your enemy. They feel like an enemy. Why? Because it feels like they are pulling me away from Baba. But more you realize they have no power to pull you, because you're turning away from those thoughts towards Baba again and again throughout the day. That is all we are really being. From being, I'm just turning my attention to Baba, and Baba is showing my silent self. And in that, response will come when it is supposed to come. No rush, Baba. No rush. We don't rush God, do we? We don't rush God. Yeah. So that is why Baba is saying, so you are such victorious jewels. From being household mothers, you Shaktis have also become Shaktis of the Shakti army. In the picture of the Shaktis, the devils who are Ravan's creation have been portrayed beneath the feet of the deities. The Shaktis crush the devils beneath the feet of their power. Shaktis will never allow the sanskars of any of the vices to be identified with, means to arise, means to be identified with, to associate with your truth. Yeah? So you will not associate. So I am, this is who I am, and this is all that is appearing and disappearing in front of me. Everything, all feelings, all emotions, all thoughts, they are appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. So that makes it very easy, no? So how do you apply it through the day? So that we don't get caught up in the struggles of our mind and body and the persona that it exhibits all the time. How do you apply it? So that you're more and more operating from your subtle self, that pure essence that you are, rather than those other, many layers and components of the mind which we were previously operating as me. Right? There were many components of mind which we were operating as me. But now they start to be seen by you. And more they're seen by you. What happens? Which you were not aware of previously, but now you're aware of. And they're more and more seen by you. So then what happens?
You don't get influenced by them.
Yeah. So like for this one, like one was sharing, I am, and then any feeling, and there's some feeling is constantly lingering, some ordinary feeling, if nothing else, some ordinary feeling is constantly lingering. I just look at Baba and I just look at Baba and like, I am this silent bodiless being. Baba has no body and I have a body. Baba has no body, but Baba and I are sharing this body right now. It's not like Baba is sitting in this body, but we are sharing. Subtly, we are sharing this body. And whatever is the feeling in this body, Baba also knows whatever the feeling in the mind and the body may be. So he's the one who's helping me see that all these experiences through mind, body, child, they cannot be you. You are just a light. Yeah. So what happens is you stay light throughout the day, and not too many thoughts also come after that. And if they come in the beginning, they will come, because if your journey has just started now, with this journey word we use relatively, but if it has started now and you've just started seeing it, you will find a lot of stuff coming up right now. Yeah, and you will find it, and it's okay. You're
Om
in the
Shanti, sister. Sister, do you mind repeating that part? So you said Baba and you are sharing the body, right? And whatever feeling is coming in the body, Baba is helping you. There was this one part
not
that this one
helping.
missed.
Yeah, not helping me. He's not helping me. He's just making me see that whatever the feelings of the body and mind are just an experience within you, the soul.
Mhm.
That is all it is, child. It is no power to pull you into being you. Because what does identification means? To identify means to assume that that is me. To be under the impression that that feeling is me. That is identification.
Just
Yeah,
in
there,
maths, let A equal to B and hence proved A is not equal to B. In maths, we do na
Yeah.
identification.
Mm-hmm.
That can we put let A to be something like
That is
that. Then
proof. That is a proof. You're trying to prove,
and
right?
hence not otherwise also A is not
Actively,
equal to B.
hence prove
Something.
it's not that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. So then I and Baba are together, and Baba is constantly letting me see, this is not you, this is not you, this is not you, this is not you. Then what is left of me, Baba? Just you, the being of light.
this one missed that part, sister, where you said no thoughts come and the lightness, and why there is no heaviness, lightness throughout the day, because you're surrendering every thought to Baba. You are watching and there is no action, right? That's what there was one part missed somewhere.
Yeah, so what happens is that after some time, there won't be too many thoughts coming because you've really stopped giving life to them, right? Otherwise, it's the attention of the soul that lights up those thoughts. And when it lights it up, they feel real, right? But now more and more, I, the being, take my power of my beam of my attention. I, this being, take my beam of attention back to Baba again and again. From the thinking and the feelings of the body and mind, I take it towards Baba again and again. And Baba keeps telling me, you're bodiless like me. You're thoughtless like me. So how can they define you? So you see, Baba also speaks to you. Yeah. And when Baba speaks, it's a very clear speaking. Why? Because Baba can only speak about things which are the truth. He will never speak lie to you, right? And that's the truth that applies to everyone. So that's the truth that applies to all, no? That none of the souls are their thoughts and their feelings of their body mind. And that applies to all. So that's why when you know that Baba is speaking, it applies to all. And it's true for all. So then Baba is speaking to you. And more you start turning away from your thinking mind. Just every day, just one attention every day. Keep turning away. Don't engage. Turn away. Look at Baba. You will find this layer is beginning to thin. That is covering you. Yeah, that layer just begins to thin and thin and thin and thin over time. But it's not like that you've achieved your truth. It is from the place of truth, you're seeing that layer thinning and thinning and thinning. Does that make sense?
Didi, yes, absolutely. Can I share something, an experience that helped this soul, and maybe it helped. Um, Yesterday, Girish brother's class was, he came to our center and he took a class on bodiless, being bodiless. And he just, so he did one drill with us and he just said, imagine I, the soul, has, left the body for a few minutes and I have just sit in the next seat. Just imagine for a few minutes, you all have left the body and you are outside your body. Now, as a soul which does not have body, what will be the experience? So he said, will you see red light, any lights? Will you hear any commentary? The soul without body will hear any song, any commentary, any music, nothing. What is the feeling? Let's say when I'm leaving the body, there was a lot of pain. The moment soul leaves the body, the soul feels extremely light. So he said for the 5 minutes, I mean, there will be nothing, and there will be pure stillness. I mean, what is the experience? The soul is without any thoughts, without any feelings of body pain or mind. And those 5 minutes were so powerful. Like you also said, that in between, whenever you get time, go and sit with Baba. Go and wherever you get, not sit like, literally, but just, beach may become completely bodiless. That effect, that placebo effect really stays for an hour or for some time. And that is helps, I mean, that has really helped this soul to understand or to be in the truth that I am. So this bodiless, I think these drills extremely important to for some time be just completely out of the experience of body. And after that, we all realize that this is Paramdham stage. Because in Paramdham, thoughts, mind, everything is merged. Everything, all experiences, it's dead silence. Yeah, so it helped.
Yeah, so it is like, it is basically what Baba is telling us is that the soul out of the body, right? So we've done this in the past. It's like the soul leave the body and you see a body even getting cremated, right?
Yeah.
So now you have no body to enter, right? So now you're just a bodiless soul, and your body, you're watching it getting cremated. What is there for the body to really experience is nothing, right? So we've done this in the past, but at the same time, whilst you are in action, you really need to start seeing that even the movements of the body is not you. Yeah. And yes, of course, you continue to do this if it really helps. But at the same time, when you are in action, just see that the body is, that's why we are saying thoughtless. So when the soul is in Paramdham, are there any thoughts that are there? Yeah. Is there any body that is there? Yeah. So Paramdham ki sthiti, and I guess if it helps you to just keep the soul on the chair, the soul is putting yourself on the chair, then do that. And you're out of the body. Yeah. It's like, or maybe it's like sometimes we used to do that. Just see it 10 feet away from you and you're seeing the body, the soul. Yeah. So it's whatever helps. If it helps you, why not? Why not? Yeah. But the whole essence is that know what is the soul's, it's what is the soul capable of when it's out of the body? What is the soul? Can the soul hear? Can the soul think? That's why it's thoughtless. Can the soul feel the sensations of the body when it's not having a body? No. So it's bodiless. So when you're in the body, you're still feeling sensations, you're still feeling movements, but can you see you are still and you are still silent?
Yeah, this helps, Didi, because when we really sit and we realize, or I would say, realize the truth. So when we come into the movement, the action, which is very imaginary world, it really helps because हमने अभी experience किया होता है अभी, you know, that knowing is, I hope I'm making sense, that knowing becomes a little more clear in the mind for that, if I have to say. So वो starting में it helps. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, it's very important again to know that Baba and you are combined. You're never alone. If ever you're alone, if you feel that I can do it on my own, few minutes you will do it, then what will happen? Some form of ego will come from somewhere. Very subtle forms of ego. So Baba and I are combined. Then you can see that I am out of the body, whether on the chair or whether in front, 10 feet away from me. Either me means either soul am away from the body, 10 feet away, or wherever it helps you, of course. And not seeing it as a drill, but seeing it as your truth.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Baba uses the word drill, but when Baba uses the word drill, what it means is to know your bodiless truth. Yeah, because mind loves the word drill. Yeah, and it loves to work hard on drills. So it is more like your bodiless truth is that. And as a soul, what are you capable of? Can you like or dislike something? Can you gain or lose anything? Can you have resistances or preferences? Do you even have thoughts? Do you even have language? Do you even have images? Do you even have forms? No, nothing.
We are musical. We are musically challenged. We are thoughtless challenged. We are all challenged.
Yeah, yeah. It is really like you have no capacity to think, to speak, to feel, nothing. Just silent presence, and that is dead silence. And that is Paramdham. That's why Paramdham is not somewhere far away. The moment you step away from your mind and your body, you're in Paramdham. That is all. And that's why it's like mind gives many colors to us, but soul is colorless. Soul doesn't know the language. So more and more, we really, that's why we keep saying, come back to your essence of being thoughtless, changeless, timeless, storyless. What story? Does the soul have a story? More those who are living as that, from that state of being, just Om, that zero, that silent, empty self. Now everything after that is a form of Maya. Everything. It is a form of Maya. But Maya not necessarily means bad in that sense, but it's just a form that you, the soul, need to act in this world. Yeah? And that form, when I identify with it, that's when it becomes Maya. Because in Golden Age also, soul has a form. Soul takes the form of the body, right? Soul wears the form of the body in Golden Age. Soul is interacting with other souls in the relationships. But what is absent there is identification with it. There's no identification with any thoughts. There's no identification with the body. Body is not Maya. Identifying with the body is Maya.
Didi, one question here. When we teach little kids, and when we have to tell them, so for example, A for apple, so we show them apple, we ask them to see and touch, and so that they understand. So when we know the truth, and when our mind is experiencing it, it looks very real. But when we know the truth, but our mind is experiencing the opposite energy or something else, then even I know the truth and I'm listening to the experience of mind and body is very different.
Very
So
different.
there is some, I would say, some struggle that is going on where I am consciously, pushing myself that this is my truth, this is, and the body and the mind is showing me another picture, which I know is my old sanskars and which I know not even mine, which keep appearing because I know this is a vicious circle. I know that they are appearing and they will disappear also. But those at that time, how can we make is this will happen, and with the consistency and with discipline and patience, they will become lesser.
Absolutely.
Uh, okay.
Absolutely. Because just now you said, right, that brother made you do the bodiless drill, right? What was the reason that he made you do it? This is the reason, because soul cannot be its experiences. Bodiless means you are beyond all experiences. Yeah? Bodiless just means that experiences cannot define me, but we have lived as my experience, right? I don't like to use the word for quite some time, but let's say for mind's sake, giving that language to the mind, that for some time we have lived as our experiences. Yeah.
And even in outside world, they say it's all about experiences. Why do we go to 7-star hotels and why only for experience? Why do we go to travel? Only, they pay and everything is about experience. They say, na, the life is in the end is all about experiences that you've lived for.
And that same sanskara comes with us in our Brahmin life.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like we went to some retreat and we had such amazing experience. We'll say it was so silent for 2-3 days. I was completely, no effort, nothing. That experience that stays with us.
Mm-hmm.
और बाबा भी कहते मतलब बाबा नहीं कहते like he uses our words कि experience share करो and so Didi, how do when my body is mind experiencing something, creating a different picture, how that knowing
when we are sharing experiences, we are becoming them and sharing them as though that experience when it was there, that was me. Otherwise, right now I'm not that. Such addiction to experiences, right? So even when we are sharing experiences and we ask others to share, we ask them to share. You right now is in this moment a being of light, and you are pulling something out of your memory mind from the past just to present it, that what has been, that even then it was you. when your mind and body was giving you a hard time experiences, and even now you are still the same, and how you the being saw the journey of experiences changing whilst you still remain the same. So that is when we are asking others to share. We always tell them that make sure that when you're sharing that you're not looking down upon the other experiences which were not so good according to the mind, because mind is constantly living off good experiences. Yeah. It wants and it craves, it just lives, it just needs, it's oxygen, good experiences. And it can't stand experiences which are not so good.
But Didi, this seems very natural. For example, if I'm traveling in a car and the outside view is so full of nature and peace, the blue sky, the journey seems so beautiful. And then after some, we find this chaos, there is, kitchen and there is so much sound and so much noise. At that time, we like, jaldi, we'll cross this, jaldi, chale,
Distraction.
jaldi.
When destruction will come, there won't be nature waiting for you in the platter, in a gold platter. That let me make sure that whilst destruction is happening, let me make sure there are beautiful trees and lovely, calm rivers for you so that you can see the destruction scenes with peace.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
There will be no water to have a shower. There will be no food, maybe just enough to keep your body alive. There may be bodies falling to pieces and shattered pieces everywhere. House will be blown. Are you okay, child? Can you still remember me? You won't have that ecstatic experience of being on a retreat at that time. Can you still remember me? Your mind will be protesting, giving you all those different types of five vices will show up. Can you still remember me? For the being, whether it's the scene of destruction, whether it's vices in the mind, whether the mind is giving you a hard time, mind cannot give you a hard time, you're taking hard time from the mind, or your mind is feeling so easy to you, can you just be that silent I am that you are? Then you are ready to face the destruction. Then you are ready to face the vices in your mind, because Baba says in 2-3 Murlis, he has said, at the end, all the five vices will also come in their most fierce form. Where are they going to come? Outside, in your mind. So if I can't withstand the force of the five vices which are coming right now, not with great intensity that it will be at the end, huh? Abhi just 2 days ago, Baba said, ना विकल्प आएंगे सारे, even काम के विकल्प आएंगे. He said that, no? I don't know when, but मैंने picture लेके रखी हुई है, but वो काम बेकार के विकल्प आएंगे. Do you know you are light? Just a light.
It's very difficult right now to know that point of a time that we are that pure.
This is why Baba is saying this is the practice that is needed over a long period of time
Yeah.
to be
Yes, Didi,
able to
agree.
understand the power, and that is there's a vicious power that the mind has right now. And let's not deny that it has it. Okay. So you're right. It has that power to pull you into believing that you are that experience. But it doesn't have that power without you giving it your attention also. That's also the truth. Yeah. So this is the time of, this is why Mama Baba, did they go on retreats? No. Wherever life put me, The reason is it has put me there. I'm not saying don't go to retreats, okay? That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is even if you go to retreats, go there for introspection, not to have a good experience. That's not the reason to go there. If you're going there to have a good experience, you're already down the path of Maya. You're already trapped. I'm running away from where I am so that I can have a better experience there. That's not the reason. I go because I personally go if I have to. And I really feel a calling to go, then I go. Otherwise, I don't. But if I feel a calling to go, I go there because I feel, okay, my part is playing with Lokik parts. Lokik, I have to use the word to make you understand, but they are not in Brahmin. But I want to check what are my sanskaras that are emerging when I'm amongst Brahmins. That's the reason I go. I don't go there to have a good time, ever. I just go to do my checking amongst Brahmins, what kind of sanskaras emerge. I want to know everything before it's too late. I want to know. I want to see every form of vices within me with Baba. I don't want to see it alone and Baba is not there anymore. He just say, okay, I'll be detached and you just see everything on your own. I don't want to be in that space. I want to see everything with him.
It is so important and so beautiful. You said like you go to retreats to check your sanskaras with Brahmin. I go to Lokik so that I can check my sanskars with Lokik.
Absolutely. Because you're living at the
And
center. So that's great.
yes, because I think that, and I don't think I know that it changes for,
It changes.
changes.
Different forms of sanskaras show up. And that's the reason we meet everyone, so that I can every time. That requires a lot of power. And that power can only come from God. So Brahmin life is a life of attention, not some good time for temporary periods. That's not what it is for. It is constant cleansing.
Yes.
Constant cleansing.
In one of the sessions, you very beautifully quoted कि आलस्य क्या है? आलस्य is going back to, your old stories. The mind, because mind इतना comfortable है, आप बहुत अच्छा मेरा drill की, उसके बाद the moment you loses the attention, the आलस्य आ गया, mind ने stories शुरू कर दी बस.
Bilkul, bilkul, bilkul. And that is what it is, constant attention through the day. And that's where the soul takes its joy from with Baba. Not whether my mind is silent or it is speaking too much or not speaking too much. That's not my concern. That is its nature only. Mind can never be empty because it is filled with stories, either Sattva-pradhan stories or Tamo-pradhan stories. It is constantly full of stories only. But when it's Sattva-pradhan stories, it's much calmer and quieter. Right? But when it's Tamo-pradhan stories, it just talks too much. That's the only difference. And it's constantly influencing the body because mind over matter is they are like a couple together, mind and body. That's how they trap the soul, no? Yeah. Mind and body are a couple. And soul and Baba are a couple. Don't worry. It's not all lost. Your soul and Baba are a couple, and mind and body are a couple. Okay. The ego, mind, and body are one couple, and soul and Baba are another couple. But more you are with Baba and you are uninfluenced by the dictates of your mind, by the manmat and the body language of your body. More and more you're uninfluenced. Don't worry. They don't have any life without you. They are going to merge and become cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. But this requires a lot of courage and a lot of patience. And whenever Dadi was asked, what is it? Patience, patience, and patience. and sahas, courage, himmat. This is
Teacher,
Brahmin.
sorry.
Yes.
Jagriti word also same thing. Matlab Jagriti in
Yeah.
Hindi.
More that the
So,
soul is out of the immersion of the mind.
yes.
Yeah. When soul is not immersed in the mind and the bodily feelings, that is being out of immersion, and that is Jagriti. Yeah. But
Sister,
yes.
sorry to interrupt. Can we say that when we are introvert in silence, we develop the patience, and with that patience, we develop the courage?
I would say it's not a development. It's absolutely, it is a natural nature of the being. Courage, Sattopradhan courage and Sattopradhan patience, it naturally emerges when the soul knows Baba and I are on one team. Mind and body are on another team. And they will give their hardest time possible, especially when you start this practice.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
Lot of disturbance in between.
Lot of
Second, every moment.
disturbances, everything
Yes.
will come up. Every single possible snake will come up.
Mm.
The Brahmin
Yes.
life is not a good life. I mean, mind ka good, huh? It is very good for the soul, but not the mind's good. Not mind's comfortable life. It's not. Mind may not be ego mind. We are talking about the scripted ego mind, yeah? The
और
Maya
दीदी
mind is
माइंड तो अभी हमें अपना ही लगता है, मतलब माइंड ही तो सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस दे रहा है, तो जब वो अच्छे कंफर्टेबल एक्सपीरियंस देना बंद करेगा तो हमें हार्ड ही लगेगा स्टार्टिंग में, बी लाइक वेरी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दिस। वो अच्छे अच्छे एक्सपीरियंसेस, वो जो हमें उसका मिल रहा था, डोज मिल रहा था, वो डोज मिलना बंद हो जाएगा।
Bilkul. So then suddenly the soul is like, oh my God, am I not me? Because my mind is not really listening to me anymore. Actually, soul is not even saying that, it's mind only saying that. Because soul doesn't speak. Soul has no words to speak. Soul doesn't have anything to say about anything. That is how you know you are that silence. So when you're saying that brother told you, does the soul have any color, red light? ढूंढ रही है क्या कि कहीं red light मिल जाए तो मैं meditation में बैठ जाऊं? No. You could be in the midst of a New York City and still could be with Baba completely. You could be in the midst of 1,000 people and chaos and you can still be. That's what it is going to be. Are you ever ready? The destruction, people are screaming around you and you're looking for a quiet spot where you can have a red light. You won't get it. No. There's suffering, pain, screaming, everything around you. Your mind is screaming, your body is yelling, your people around you are yelling, the souls in their people bodies are yelling around you. And you have to be constantly bodiless. Yeah. That is what it is, being bodiless means. And this is the time you are getting to really see it. Every moment your mind and body is screaming. अभी तो बाहर तो नहीं हो रहा इतना, पर अंदर तो बहुत हो रहा है. तो जो अंदर से रेडी हो गया वो बाहर के लिए तो रेडी है ही है. Those who can withstand the screaming of their mind and body, those bodiless beings, thoughtless beings of lights, are ready to withstand anything, because at that time also mind will scream, but you know how to withstand it. You know how to withstand it.
Maybe one question. Do we become feelingless?
I would say the pure feelings of love really emerge from that space. Yes, you can say feelingless of the feeling of the mind. Yes. Any good, bad feelings of the mind.
Feeling less, I mean, yeah, I mean to say to seeing others also, because now what I've observed that if I see anyone crying because of their conditioned mind and old, I really don't feel very compassionate about how I used to feel earlier. Or
You feel real
yeah,
compassion. You're not feeling
yeah.
religious compassion. You're feeling real compassion.
Or what other person is at least expecting
Yeah.
from me at that moment. For example, if Lokik mother is saying now that you're not saying anything or now you're not talking, so I'm not really being bothered. Or if some jigyasu is coming and saying please pray for me and crying, I'm really not, I mean, I hope I'm okay.
It is absolutely right, because now your attention is on the truth of that being, which is beyond their pitiable stories, which is beyond their
Yeah, exactly.
poor me, the victim stories. You're seeing them beyond all of that. That is the highest seva. That is the highest seva. You're not getting influenced by their stories and the manifestation of their stories. Yeah, you're not.
Didi, I also feel that. So I also don't somehow now don't feel the pain of
Yeah,
others, and it just feels like a scene of drama,
yeah,
passing.
yeah.
And the soul is just playing that part
Mm.
and is absolutely fine. So yes, that thing is there.
Absolutely. And this is a good
The
thing. This,
yesterday, like someone came, yeah, and that person was literally crying in front of me and saying, "Please, mansa seva karna, ye karna," and और मुझे at this, and I'm honestly sharing, I was just seeing with zero emotion, and she went, the scene closes, and I start taking another. I mean, I not even thinking. So I was just thinking, I'm not becoming a heartless creature, na. I mean, it's
no, it is
fine.
mind thinking. That am I becoming a heartless creature? It is your mind feeling that. Because its definition of compassion, mercy is very different than what Baba is teaching us. You're saying for Jigyasu, this one is like with the children. Its own part में जो बच्चे हैं, उनके साथ ये ऐसे हैं. They could be crying their heart out, but I know this is not them. I see their truth. And earlier they would feel you become so heartless, you become so emotionless. I've lost my mother and I've done this and I've done. They would speak like that to me. And I knew that whatever it is, they are getting power from Baba, because I'm not getting caught up I'm not becoming a blockage between them and God. And sure enough, after some time of their complaints, after some years of their complaint, they feel this is the right thing to do.
Om Shanti, sister. I also used to do the same way, sister. Just anyone whosoever told me that I am cancer patient or whatsoever, feeling so I am saying I
So,
am soul body behind this soul, na? Always say like this, Baba will do 100% all right. Don't be. I tell them many of cases of cancer also in my center. They are all right, still alive. Like just and they also maybe right. But yesterday night only someone called me that I have some kala pani motia in my eyes. I am feeling well. I just didn't heard her story and just put like this, and I put first time Baba, soul with Baba, and saying the soul with Baba,
is
and she told you are not listening the story. Yeah, yes. Just 1 minute, and after that the phone is done, and in the morning I again rang her because I also have same problem, na. I have also kala motia in my eyes, and I am taking from Mount Abu. I rang her straight away early morning 8:30 and told that you are very lucky. You are going to Madhuban. I also sent her the doctor's number. And whenever you go, you stay at Shantivan. And I will take the dates when she is available from the Shantivan. I call her today.
Yeah.
And you will do according to that your best treatment from there. You are lucky that you are going at the right time, 1st March.
Yeah.
Mala, is
It's
it right, Mala?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
first time.
it's absolutely fine. So when they're telling us a story, we are not getting caught up in their story. We are seeing them as a soul with the Father. The bodiless being is just having an experience of certain ailment in the body. That's fine. But the being is not that ailment. Now that soul, if you need to give some advice for the physical body, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Baba also, matlab, from my this mouth told the first time life may first time 20 years first time that
Yeah.
the soul is always ajar amar avinashi. You are not at all. Body is having some problem.
Yeah.
Your body will be get all right. Matlab, like this language used by this mouth.
Yeah.
Matlab, first time in life.
Yeah.
So
And
and
this is
the
truth.
really matlab,
Is that true?
the one thing I also the soul behind Rini, matlab, what I can't say whatever you might. Matlab, this point is very clicking, na?
Yeah.
Only thing I the only soul with Baba, and Baba will touch whosoever kill
Exactly.
disease world and whosoever
Yeah.
seva he.
He
Only
will.
I have myself
Absolutely.
with Baba as much as I can.
Yeah.
That will do all Mansa Seva, everything Baba will do from that. Attention to be given only 1 point, 1 and 1.
I,
The drama, all the triangle will be in
exactly.
harmony and everything will be marvelous
Yes.
and blissful at least, not happy or bad.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Beyond good and bad. Yeah. And that is the whole thing, that I am this being. That's it. Full stop. After that, everybody else is also like that only. Every soul is just I am. After that, there is nothing. After that, it's just another experience attached to it. It's not heartless. It's really merciful. True mercy. Baba's mercy is that, na, for us. What is Baba's mercy for us?
Baba sees always in our true point of light, nothing more than that. Baba always see, and Baba's mercy that he took us and
Yeah.
koi and koi may be koi, and all 800 crore are his
Yeah.
sons.
Exactly. So he's just seeing the light. He's not seeing the story. He's not seeing your experiences. He's going to be seeing the scenes of destruction. He's constantly seeing the scripted mind speaking to you, attacking you, whatever you want to call it. It's not attacking, but it's just as I see it as a friend. So I see the scripted mind is constantly coming up, constantly speaking stories. The mind and body is constantly giving me different experiences. But Baba is not bothered. How is Baba seeing? Baba's only interested in the being of light that you are. Because that's the only thing that's true about you. Everything else is a fleeting temporary experience. The only thing that is true about who you are is just that being light. Nothing else is true. That is his mercy. That is his compassion. That is when you're with him, you can see these different aspects of all these different forms of experiences separate from you. So even when mind and body, as you said, is giving me a completely different experience, so what? I'm not an experience monger here. Am I? I'm not looking for pleasant experiences, am I? So it's very important to know the pleasant and unpleasant soul is beyond both. You know? And that is very important aspect of the being that I am. So if there are pleasant experiences, great, they were temporary. I'm nothing against them. They are all part within me. And if there's an unpleasant experience, great, that is also a temporary experience which is appearing within me. But I am beyond pleasant and unpleasant. I'm not here to have some great experiences. I'm here to be detached from all variety of experiences. To know that I, the being, cannot be experienced. I can only be known. And what can be experienced is illusion. What can be experienced is only change.
अभी दीदी माइंड बोलता है, अगर किसी को बुलाओ ना, भी अपने अनुभव सुनाओ, या हम मुरली में भी सुनते हैं, सॉरी हिंदी भी है ये मतलब मुरली में भी अनुभव के लिए बोलते हैं, आप अपना अनुभव सुनाओ किसी को भी, तो माइंड बोलता है अनुभव तो टेम्परेरी है, मतलब ये बोलना शुरू कर देता है, ये भी अनुभव तो टेम्परेरी है, खत्म हो जाएंगे, इनको क्या
Yeah.
करोगे लेकर, मतलब अपने ये इस पे भी बोलता है ये भी।
Yeah, it will speak. So we are sharing only so that others can know that this is not a, it's like, you are on a road which has a lot of speed bumps. Yeah, you're on a road with a lot of speed bumps, but there is a car which makes it a very soft journey over the speed bumps. That is Baba's lap. So when you're sitting in Baba's lap, speed bumps are there. They are constantly there throughout. But you're just sitting in Baba's lap. They are not touching.
This one yet to experience that.
Yeah. Nothing experiencing that. You just need to know that.
Yeah. Then this is a big belief system, a shift in a belief system, because since birth, or I don't know how many births, we are after experiences only.
It is
So
a
I'm
big
not here to have great experience. This is a big shift, big
It is
shift.
it is actually the biggest shift for any Brahmin soul also. Because even in Brahmin life, we are constantly looking for experiences.
Good experience only, bad, not
Good.
not bad.
Yeah,
Anyone like
only good. I want good experience. Come share. So they only share good experiences.
Om Shanti sister, one question.
Mhm.
We always say knowing, right?
Yeah.
We just mentioned. And going back to what Sister Neha was saying, right?
Mhm.
How will knowing coming? Only through Baba? That is the only knowing? Because the question
Knowing
here
is
is
not coming.
knowing through what? Knowing through what?
Yeah. So
Knowing
I'm
through Baba only.
Yeah, with Baba, I know that any experience that is changing is not me. That's how you know who you are. Hmm?
That is
Any,
the crux.
yeah. Any experience that is changing cannot be me. Then who am I? The one who is experiencing all those changing experiences is the knower of all those experiences. That knower of all those changing experiences is me. That is who I am. And that is who Baba sees. That is why you are a silent presence. Yeah? You're a silent presence. More you know yourself as that, what will happen is you will find that you, the being, is becoming so subtle in your knowing of who you are. So subtle. And so pure. So essential. And then from that space, only your pure feelings of Baba's feelings will feel like yours. It's so pure. And everything else will feel like gross feelings to you. Minds, feelings, bodies, they will feel very gross to you. Those layers are completely, constantly coming off you. You know that they're constantly coming off you. That's why Baba is saying that once you conquer it, it becomes your servant. So conquering it means what?
Becoming aware about.
Absolutely, becoming aware it's not me.
attention and abhyas, attention
Yeah,
and
with attention,
more
I come to
and
know.
more that.
So with
And one
attention,
more
I come to know that these experiences, that even no matter how pleasant they are not mine and they're not me. Otherwise, I've seen people get very excited about good experience. Oh, I had such a great experience today. Gone.
Same.
and the others also feels we don't have that much experience. We never seen Paramdham. The other soul inferiority complex also sitting over there, no?
Yeah. They are having
One,
all such great experience. It must be my practice is not so good. That is why I'm not having any experience. Now, how should I have that experience?
yes. You are, and we will talk later on to her. And
Yeah,
whenever
and we will call her up. What did you do? Can you tell
yes,
me
yes,
how did you
100%.
have that experience?
Yes, and listen
Dear
many
student,
classes. Yes,
yeah, a student asked me this only after Baba Milan. Didi, in my center, everyone was experiencing Baba, and how I am not experiencing. What should I do? How should I experience Baba?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to do anything.
Life at the level of experience, it's a very competitive life. And if not with another, I compete with my own past experiences. I don't need somebody else. I compete with my own experiences. This experience I had yesterday, I want this experience today. I want to have the same experience. If I don't have it, that means my yoga is not good. I'm not having a good experience. And you're just trapped in being a person.
and
But
when
Didi,
in
in the
Baba,
beginning, when we have to teach someone, we need the experiences. I mean, if I'm telling them, "Aap shant swarup atma ho, ya aap soul," to a new beginner, how would I how would
I
I,
don't know that.
give?
I honestly, I know that it sounds very odd because maybe it's not like that. But my instrument, the teacher that I had, she was a soul in black body, very straightforward. And I'm very lucky in that sense, because that soul never made experiences a big deal in my beginner's course. Yeah. And she said, you know what? You will see a lot of Maya. And she told me very clearly that many of us were there. She said that many experiences will come. Just don't get caught up in any.
That is also Maya in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Good experiences is a subtle Maya, even bigger than the
It's a
gross one.
bigger Maya that traps you. Okay. All right.
sister, when बाबा के उसमें गीत आता मुरली में, बचपन के दिन भुला ना देना, then also we start remembering the experience when
उसमें
we
भी
came
हाँ
first day.
वो कैसे कैसे experiences थे when we came to ज्ञान. And then Baba is saying bachpan means when you realized you're a soul, when you died alive and you were born again. That is what bachpan means.
That sister already I have done na 2017 में I have done Marjiva Bhog. I died that day na 2017 in 9 November na, but still alive.
Yeah.
Now
this,
I am done.
that is why Baba is telling us that really, no, child, Brahmin life means life of attention. You will know, keep a distance between your mind and you. That's why I'm here, so that all of the stuff you can see it coming up with me. This is the time of Purusharth. This is the Purusharth. And time of reward also, because for me, I honestly will tell you, with Baba, the soul really feels more because I don't pay much attention. I mean, I don't give much life. That's probably better way to say. I don't give much life to Maya's feelings and experiences. Even if it's giving me the best, I don't care. Because as once shared, that when I came in the beginning in Gyan, 1 week, the feet were not on the ground. But I don't really ever want that experience again. If it comes, great. If it doesn't come, that's fine too. I don't care for it. So it is like, but I can see with Baba all different forms of person mind speaking and my body giving different feeling sensations. And I can see it is becoming lesser and lesser. And some days it feels it's plateaued also, and that's also fine. And some day it feels mind is shouting a bit more. That's also fine. But my truth is not changing. To me, that is the highest thing that matters the most. You know? That is the real knowing Baba is wanting us to. This is the Brahmin life. So welcome to real Brahmin life.
Didi,
दीदी
please
जो हम
explain.
every moment, no?
Didi, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Didi, please explain, because the soul is not able to understand one thing which Baba says. While the application or the attention, the main thing is Sakshi Drishta. So that is very clear, understood also. But why Baba gives so many dharnas to follow? I'm not able to, register that point. There are so many dharnas. Why? Why can't we just follow one thing and just work on that, and the dharnas maybe then automatically come? I don't want to force myself in doing those dharnas at times. That is the thing in my mind.
We can look into that a little later. Yeah, because dharnas are given, and I don't know, there's so many. Are there so many? I don't feel there are so many. I know in India there is a little bit too much of many other things. Over here, it's really not like this. Yeah, that apna plate alag rakho, Baba ka plate alag rakho, and all of that is not here. At least I don't. I'm telling you very honestly. For me, it's all just the same. It's just a clean washed dish. That's all that matters. Yeah. So I don't go into all of that. To me, it's like Amrit Vela, Pavitrata, and Baba ka hi yaad mein banaya hua apne haath ka bhojan. And नुमा शाम अगर मेरे पास टाइम होता है तो मैं बैठ कर करती, नहीं तो for me it's the whole day is like I'm in constant communication with Baba, and before going to bed speaking to Baba. What else is there that is dharna? You don't eat out. Anyways, I'd never used to eat out. I never enjoyed eating out. So what is a
So
dharna?
maybe I can talk to you later. I don't want to take
Yeah, you can
group's
solve it.
time. So
You can
if that's a different topic, I can talk to you
Yeah.
later. No worries on that.
Yes, Sister Neha. And then we will
Didi,
finish.
so the drills like this one has done so many char dham, going to this history hall and going to Kutia, and so all those, so वहाँ पे है ना, जब भी आपका मन ना लगे, आप उदास हो, आप हिस्ट्री हॉल में आ जाओ या व्यर्थ चलिए, all that.
In the beginning, they are important. In the beginning, all these things are important because we are so gross and our minds are so gross, and we are
But then
identifying.
they've made us more dependent on the experiences, na?
If we are
No?
really living as constant, just constantly wanting experiences, then yes. Like as I said, my journey as a soul for my experiences has been very different. Maybe the way it's taught here is very different. I don't know. Yeah, at least I mean, this one took knowledge in New York. And there are lots of souls who are in white and black bodies. So it's very different the way they have understood Gyan and the way we were taught Gyan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is meant by black body?
Oh, you know that African American bodies and
African American.
African American bodies and white bodies, and I mean that's the body clothes costume.
Like दीदी, हमें मधुबन में से जो चार्ट आता है उसमें भी लिखा होता है, 5 स्वरूपों की ड्रिल, 4 धाम की ड्रिल, ये सब. So have done so much of all these, and not that I'm pretty sure that all that was needed, but I'm
Needed.
just thinking that all these were experiences.
Yeah.
And there was just a game of, good experiences and bad, and
Yeah. They were actually supposed to take you beyond experiences. How will you go beyond sound if you're still caught up in experiences? True. How will you go beyond sound? how will you go beyond body? Because you constantly looking for experiences through body mind. So you are stuck. You're trapped in body mind.
We came here from Param Dham 5,000 years before to experience all these things.
Yeah, so soul has been coming here for experience. Now in confluence, it's time to go beyond all experiences now. And be the knower of all experiences. Yes, I am the knower of all the experiences I have had, and I'm still having through body mind, sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. I'm the knower of it all, but I am not them. Yeah. Then
दीदी
you are
ओम शांति दीदी मीन्स जैसे बाबा बताते हैं 3 लोक की ड्रिल और 4 धाम की और ये परम धाम में स्टिल वो तो ठीक है तो मीन्स नो
yes.
नीड टू डू दिस ऑल
No, we will talk more in detail about this tomorrow. This one has to go for some familial responsibilities. I've been called because Soul Brother has a meeting. So I will need to go and he needs to be served dinner. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I will take your, what do you call? These are very important questions, all of them. So I will take more of that tomorrow. Yeah. So we can do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but in the meantime, pay attention to being beyond all experiences. Okay. And know your truth as just that silent presence, bodiless, thoughtless. And if it helps, as you said, that brother made you do the drill, if it helps you, absolutely, being bodiless is the best thing you can be. But then also understand that whilst in action, continue to be that bodiless self, even with the movement and the sound of your mind. Continue.
Yeah.
All right. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.